Today, we are going to discuss the Cambridge reading passage, Neuroaesthetics. First 27 to 30 questions are to choose the correct answer from given multiple options. First question is, in the second paragraph, the writer refers to a shape matching test in order to illustrate. Its answer is, option C, our tendency to be influenced by the opinions of others. राइटर शेप मैचिंग टेस्ट के बारे में ये बताने के लिए जिक्र करता है कि ये हमारी फितरत है, दूसरों के ओपिनियन से हम प्रभावित होते हैं. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. वी सर्टेनली डू हैव एन इंक्लिनेशन टू फॉलो द क्राउड. When asked to make simple perceptual decisions such as matching a shape to its rotated image, for example, people often choose a definitively wrong answer if they see others doing the same. Next question is, Angelina Holly Dolan's findings indicate that people, its answer is option D, have the ability to perceive the intention behind works of art. एंजेलिना हॉली डॉलन्स की फाइंडिंग्स ये इंडिकेट करती हैं कि लोगों को वर्क ऑफ आर्ट के पीछे छिपी इंटेंशन के बारे में पता करने की एबिलिटी होती है. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. इन ईच सेट ऑफ ट्रायल्स, volunteers generally preferred the work of renowned artists, even when they believed it was by an animal or a child. It seems that the viewer can sense the artist's vision in paintings, even if they can't explain it. Next question is, results of studies involving Robert Peppel's pieces suggest that people, its answer is option B, find it satisfying to work out what a painting represents. रॉबर्ट पेपल्स की और अन्य स्टडीज ये बताती है कि पेंटिंग का मीनिंग पता लगाना सैटिस्फाइंग होता है. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. इट वुड सीम दैट द ब्रेन सीज दीज इमेजेस एज पजल्स, and the harder it is to decipher the meaning, the more rewarding is the moment of recognition. Next question is, what do the experiments described in the fifth paragraph suggest about the paintings of Mondrian? Its answer is, option A, they are more carefully put together than they appear. फिफ्थ पैराग्राफ में जो एक्सपेरिमेंट है वो मॉन्ड्रियान की पेंटिंग के बारे में ये बताता है कि जितना वो दिखती है उससे ज़्यादा सावधानी से एक साथ रखी होती है. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. Mondrian's works are deceptively simple, but eye-tracking studies confirm that they are meticulously composed, and that simply rotating a piece radically changes the way we view it. Next 31 to 33 questions are to complete the summary by using the words from given list. This summary is about art and the brain. First question is, the discipline of neuroaesthetics aims to bring scientific objectivity to the study of art. Neurological studies of the brain, for example, demonstrate the impact which impressionist paintings have on our dash. Neurological studies बताती हैं कि impressionist paintings का हमारी किस चीज़ पर impact होता है. Let's see in the paragraph. The blurred imagery of impressionist paintings seems to stimulate the brain's amygdala, for instance, since the amygdala plays a crucial role in our feelings. So the synonym of feeling is emotions, therefore emotions is the answer. Next question is, Alex Forsyth of the University of Liverpool believes many artists give their works the precise degree of dash which most appeals to viewer brain. Alex Forsyth बिलीव करते हैं कि बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट्स अपने काम को इस डिग्री पे प्रेजेंट करते हैं जो व्यूअर के ब्रेन को बहुत पसंद आती है. Let's see in the paragraph. Too little in the work is boring, but too much results in a kind of perceptual overload. So its answer will be complexity. Next question is, she also observes that pleasing works of art often contain certain repeated dash which occur frequently in the natural world. वो ऐसा भी कहते हैं कि जो वर्क ऑफ आर्ट प्लीजिंग होता है उसमें कोई चीज़ रिपीट की जाती है जो कि नेचुरल वर्ल्ड में बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. Let's see in the paragraph. In a similar study, Ocean Vartanian of Toronto University asked volunteers to compare original paintings with ones which he had altered by moving objects around within the frame. So the synonym of object is images. So its answer is images. Next 34 to 39 questions are yes, no and not given. First question is, Forsyth's findings contradicted previous belief on the function of fractals in art. में फ्रैक्टल्स के फंक्शन को लेकर जो पिछला बिलीफ था, फॉसाइथ की फाइंडिंग्स उसे कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट करती हैं. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. Show signs of fractals, repeated motifs recurring in different scales. Fractals are common throughout nature, for example in the shapes of mountain peaks or the branches of trees. So यहाँ पर फॉसाइथ का फ्रैक्टल्स के बारे में व्यू दिया गया है पर कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं है. Therefore its answer is not given. Next question is, certain ideas regarding the link between mirror neurons and art appreciation required further verification. मिरर न्यूरॉन्स एंड आर्ट एप्रिशिएशन के बीच में जो लिंक है उसके बारे में हमें और वेरिफिकेशन की जरूरत है. Let's see in the paragraph. This may be down to our brain's mirror neurons which are known to mimic others' actions. The hypothesis will need to be thoroughly tested. However, it might even be the case that we could use neuroaesthetic studies to understand the longevity of some pieces of artwork. So hypothesis को पूरी तरह से टेस्ट किया जाना चाहिए. So its answer is yes. Next question is, people's taste in paintings depends entirely on the current artistic trends of the period. लोगों का पेंटिंग के बारे में पसंद पूरी तरह से चल रहे ट्रेंड पे डिपेंड करती है. Let's see in the paragraph. While the fashions of the time might shape what is currently popular, works that are best adapted to our visual system may be the most likely to linger once the trends of previous generation have been forgotten. फैशन के साथ साथ सब कुछ बदल सकता है. हमें वो चीज़ भी पसंद आ सकती है जिसे पुरानी जनरेशन भूल गई हो. So its answer is no. Next question is, scientists should seek to define the precise rules which govern people's reactions to works of art. साइंटिस्ट को लोगों के आर्ट पे क्या रिएक्शन होता है इसके बारे में एक एग्जैक्ट रूल खोजना चाहिए. Let's see in the paragraph. While the fashions of the time might shape what is currently popular, works that are best adapted to our visual system may be the most likely to linger once the trends of previous generation have been forgotten. टाइम के साथ साथ क्या पॉपुलर होगा बदल जाता है. हमें वो भी पसंद आ सकता है जो कभी प्रीवियस जनरेशन को पसंद था. तो एग्जैक्ट रूल नहीं हो सकता. Therefore its answer is no. Next question is, art appreciation should always involve taking into consideration the cultural context in which an artist worked. आर्ट एप्रिशिएशन में हमेशा आर्टिस्ट का कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी शामिल होना चाहिए. Let's see in the paragraph. We should not underestimate the importance of the style of a particular artist, their place in history and the artistic environment of their time. तो आर्टिस्ट की ये सारी चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है. Therefore its answer is yes. Next question is, it is easier to find meaning in the field of science than in that of art. आर्ट के कंपैरिजन में साइंस के फील्ड में मीनिंग पता लगाना इजी होता है. Let's see in the paragraph. In some ways it's not so different to science, where we are constantly looking for systems and decoding meaning so that we can view and appreciate the world in a new way. यहाँ आर्ट को साइंस के जैसा ही बताया है. डिफिकल्ट और इजी की कोई बात नहीं है. So its answer is not given. Last question is to choose the correct answer from multiple options. The question is, what would be the most appropriate subtitle for the article? हमें इस पैसेज का टाइटल बताना है. तो पूरे पैसेज में हमने भी पढ़ा है ये उस पे डिपेंड करेगा. तो सबसे ज़्यादा जो ऑप्शन मैच करता है वो है ऑप्शन ए. Some scientific insights into how the brain responds to abstract art. I hope this video is beneficial to you. If yes, then please like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.